friends. Time for some Hollywood headlines in my What the Hollywood. And this first story is one that I saw coming from 1,000 miles away, okay? Gypsy Rose Blanchard, notorious for plotting the slaying of her mother, Dee Dee Blanchard, right here in Springfield back in 2015, is once again a single woman. And in case you haven't kept up with Gypsy Rose Blanchard, well, saddle up because here we go. So Gypsy spent 7 years in prison following the murder of her mother. And while in prison, she got married to a pen pal turned lover named Ryan Scott Anderson. Now, this is Ryan and Gypsy, and their jailhouse nuptials took place in July 2022 with 0 guests. And upon her release from prison on December 28th of last year, her husband picked her up at 3 in the morning, and the two quickly went on an interview rampage with every outlet known to mankind, telling their love story and doting on one another. Well, wouldn't you just know that 3 months later, after getting out of prison, Gypsy is sounding the alarm that the two have officially separated. So last week, she announced the news on her social media, and in a statement to her private Facebook account, she wrote, quote, "People have been asking what is going on in my life. Unfortunately, my husband and I are going through a separation, and I moved in with my parents in their home down in the bayou. I have the support of my family and friends to help guide me through this. I am learning to listen to my heart right now. I need time to find myself, who I am." Well, to add insult to this separation injury, maybe more so for Ryan, the couple had plans to remarry in a more elaborate ceremony than their jailhouse following her release. And at the time of their courtship, Ryan was a middle school special education teacher in Louisiana, and it's unknown if this relationship affected his career in any way. I'm not going to put any conspiracies out there. I'm just stating that as a fact. So, like I said, I saw this separation coming from miles and miles away, and I'm sure many others did too. Not the only one here. Okay, so the days of the so-called dad bod are still going strong, thank goodness, and one of our very favorite athletes is supposedly rocking one right now, and that is none other than Travis Kelce. Yes, I know. It sounds crazy to think that the Kansas City Chiefs tight end is being called out and ridiculed online for having a dad bod. But you guys, that's the world we are living in. So as you may have seen last month, Travis and his girlfriend Taylor Swift were on a loved-up Bahamian vacation for days on end. I mean, the paparazzi pictures were endless. And it was due to these pictures that Travis began getting comments about rocking the dad bod and some weight gain. And if you ask me, I mean, his body is just right in my eyes. I think both him and Taylor are looking happy, healthy, not too fit, not too thin, not too overindulgent, just really healthy, happy, living life as they should. And really, who cares if they were a bit indulgent on their vacation? I mean, Taylor had a massive world tour. Travis had back-to-back Super Bowl wins. I mean, let's give him a break, shall we? Well, Travis must have gotten wind of the weight gain comments and kind of sort of addressed it on his podcast, New Heights, with his brother, Jason Kelce. It all started when Jason and Travis were squabbling about who could drink more, and then it unraveled from there. Let's take a look.
I can definitely drink more volume. I don't even think that's a question.
What?
Yeah.
What? You think you could drink? You're already down to 260.
I'm 283.
We're in the same weight class now.
Yeah, I know, but I'm. You don't have the heart that I do when it comes to drinking.
It's March. We're in the same weight class right now.
I don't think you heard that. He said you don't have the heart when it comes to drinking.
You're more ingrained. You've been drinking more than I have.
He hasn't
recently.
stayed out past 10 p.m. since 2017.
Oh, brotherly love and competition. There is nothing better, is there? All right, so here's why many people believe Travis addressed the weight gain dad bod comments. It's when he said, "It's March, we're in the same weight class now," after Jason had noted he was 283 pounds. But honestly, it's, whether Travis is 260, 283, it is the off season. The man is deserving of so much R&R. And has anyone ever heard of a thing called relationship weight? If not, hit me up. I can tell you all about it, okay? All right, our final story is some uplifting royal news. King Charles III made his most significant appearance on Sunday since beginning cancer treatment. So to refresh your memory very quick, in February, Buckingham Palace shared that King Charles was diagnosed with, quote, a form of cancer, but it was not disclosed what kind of cancer he has. But his diagnosis came right after he was treated for benign prostate enlargement. Well, yesterday, King Charles and Queen Camilla attended Easter church service at Windsor Castle. As you can see from this video, the King and Queen greeted the church clergy upon their arrival and then, waved to the gathering crowd outside the chapel before making their way into the church. And following his medical staff's advice, Charles and Camilla were seated apart from the rest of the royal family and other attendees during the service to minimize the risk of infection. In addition, the King's doctor advised that neither Charles nor Camilla attend a reception or host a private family lunch after the service following church. The King and Queen conducted a surprise walkabout, thanking members of the congregation, estate workers, and the general public, as you can see, who gathered outside the church to show their support for the monarch. He smiled, he shook hands, and even responded to one well-wisher's get well soon with, "I'm doing my best." So, as you can imagine, Charles's sons were not in attendance. As I explained last week, Prince William, Princess Kate, and their 3 children did not attend Easter Sunday service due to her ongoing cancer treatment. They are on holiday at the Sendingrim estate. And as for Harry and Meghan, they're living their life in California and have limited interaction with the royal family. So, Jeremy, I don't know which story you might want to recap. I know we kind of talked about the dad bod thing, but we both agreed. Taylor and Travis look super healthy.
I ain't mad at them. Stop judging.
Stop judging. What about Gypsy? Are you surprised?
No, not surprised.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was going to be like, it was her one thing to the outside world, and then when she got out and everyone was like, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, that fame got to her head.
It did.
You know?
All right, guys, don't go anywhere. So much more fun coming up on Ozarks Fox Sam. We have some friends with some delicious treats that we know you're going to want to get. Don't go anywhere. More fun right after this.